Hi everyone, this is Satvik, and I'll be showing you how to actually market your business on social media. And specifically, we're talking about Instagram and YouTube or even LinkedIn if it adds value in your case. So, basically, we're going to tell you how to attract more eyes on your offers or how to attract more engagement on your content which you will create. So, basically, we'll dive into three key objectives that every piece of social media content should actually address, plus three proven tactics which will land your dream clients or even your dream customers. So let's get started. So basically what we'll learn the three key objectives or three proven tactics on how to actually excel on social media. So the three key objectives of social media marketing has to be: the first is lead generation. Now we will actually explain you in detail what these are and how these are so relevant for your business. So basically these are proven tactics in how you can actually create value from your content which you're creating. So basically lead generation is bringing in new potential customers or clients. So basically this is how you're going to generate leads from your social media and how you will extract that information. And lead nurturing is basically building relationships so that people actually like you and trust you. And the lead conversion is basically turning these leads into paying customers or even your trusted customers who will actually buy you from you in future. So basically every single post or content which you will create should serve at least one of these three objectives. Otherwise you're just creating content without any direction which will not lead you anywhere, trust me. So basically you have to know that where I'm going and what is it trying to add with my content. This is very very important. Otherwise there is absolutely no direction and there's absolutely no result, that I can assure you. Now the thing is, why branding is so important, why actually branding and storytelling matters. Without a brand, without a story, nothing is really significant. Branding is actually what makes you instantly recognizable. Just like if you see Nikes Just Do It, it's Nike. Or even McDonald's golden arches, if you see. And there is a kind of consistency in their visuals, colors and messaging, and this helps the people actually remember you. Now this is very important because storytelling has always been shared across generations, and people know that okay, this is the story of Nike, this is how they present to their customers, or this is the story of KFC, this is how they are actually presenting to their customers, or this is the core value of this brand or this company. Because this kind of creates a kind of what I'll say is visual representation is very consistent, and it is consistent in all the places or all the platforms which you will see. So when you share your personal or relatable stories, people actually stop the scrolling, and it actually keeps your audience engaged, and it really helps you create value through your content. Because we just cannot randomly create content without any storytelling. Just like we need to know, okay, this is what I'm trying to deliver. Because facts, as I say, as in the next slide, we can tell that facts alone can just not hook people. And in this time you need to hook the people to your content so that they'll watch your brand's content. And for instance, when I was actually working on social media for a dental office, it was situated in Mangalore. So we could talk about brushing teeth or flossing all the day, about the root canals and all, but that's actually not that captivating, or I should say that's not as fun and as an emotional story. That's like, let's say if you will create an anecdote of about a goldfish or a heartwarming patient, just like a patient went to your clinic and how happy he was, or what was his story, how much value you could provide to that patient, that actually grabs attention. Now for a small business like you, or for any brand or any startup like yours, you need to create valuable stories. Just like I was working with company called Yenmo. So they actually created a brilliant story around a old age woman who was who needed they were actually a loan providing company. So that woman needed that money so much, and they actually successfully provided her loan, and it really helped her medical essential. She needed that money for her medicines and all, and it really helped her, right? So this was a story which created kind of a brand around that company and really helped that brand to reach to more audience, and people started liking that brand because it was not only a startup, it was not only a company, it was not only a loan providing company, but also it was a it has a story, it has a background story to it, and it's really important when you have a background story to your brand. Okay, so because it actually grabs a lot of people's attention and you can be much more effective from this. Now the second thing is, the first tactic is that we need to have a call to action. That is really important because your customers don't really know what you are going to provide. They don't just assume that your audience knows what's the next step. We need to tell them, we need to tell them what's next. You need to tell them how you can provide the next thing. Let's say you have an application which is present on iOS, or let's say it is present on App Store or even Play Store. You need to tell them, okay, just go and download it, or just go and register for your application, or just go and you know join the wait list, and this is what we'll offer as a first customers, as someone who is actually following that CTA from your social media. So it's really important that you need to give the next step. Okay, this is next. Let's say you like a content, let's say you want to explore a product, let's say you want to explore a market or business. This is what you can do next, and this is how we can help you next time. So this is very very important because we need to start giving out CTAs, or some action bases which will help our customer to navigate better with our business, right? Because we need to say, okay, whatever action you want them to take, just please try to make it very very crystal clear. Because if you do not invite people to act, they will just move on, because there are hundreds of content on social media, and they just don't really you know they just don't hook. I would say they just won't hook that much, and it will not provide you a long term value, right? So the next thing is, actually this is very important. This is the know, like and trust factor. It's very important in our in our time when there is so much content coming in. People actually buy from the brands they know and they like and they trust. Now this is very important. Just think like of dating. You will not just propose on the first date, right? You will just focus on how just you will try to see, okay, this just try to know the person more. Then you will probably propose after some time, right? So you have to not just offer straight away. You can offer your or rather pitch your product. You need to start offering helpful tips which will actually help your customer, or which will actually create a kind of value with your customer. You need to start providing really helpful tips through your brand and share behind the scenes. Let's say you are actually building a business, so you shall start sharing the behind the scenes, so which will actually help your audience. It will have to actually hook your audience. So basically start telling stories which will be of genuine value to your audience, because when they are comfortable with you, that is the time when they are much more receptive to your offers, and it will actually be very evident as you move forward with your audience. So basically when they like you, when they trust you, is when they will buy from you. Now the next thing is that we need to establish this 80/20 rule. It's a very important tactic, and it's something which has been there for quite a while. So what happens is that 80% of the time, try providing really valuable stories or insights, or even some content which will provide great value to your customers. Just keep on providing that. And 20% of the time, which is a not that much of a time, start promoting your offers or start promoting your business in a proper way. Let's say in a single post you might tell a compelling story for most of it, and then probably in the last section you can concise the call to action. And this balance really helps people engaged when they are actually watching your content, but still you can guide them to take the next step, or you can guide them to probably convert to a future prospect or your customer. So this is very important. This actually helps your customers to navigate better using in your business. So it's very important. And if I try to recap what we learned here, is I will say, first of all, try to create a really good brand, a really good storytelling around your business. They need to know it's not only a business, it's not only a money making machine, it's something which actually provides value to me. And you have to start providing, this story, this brand, and you have to be very consistent with the visuals, just as showed you, just how KFC or even McDonald's does it. It's very, very consistent in the visuals how they are going to do it, right? So this is something which you need to take care, and which you need to be very I would say conscious about it. How you're creating it, how is it presenting to your customers? It's very, very important, right? And you need to create the strong CTAs which will lead your customers to buying more from you, to actually buying in future from you, or rather to convert them into future clients. It's very important. You need to propose strong CTAs, and you need to start creating valuable content for your customers, which will create that trust factor, which is very important, and which will help your customer to buy from you in future. That's very, very, very important, right? And the last thing is that the stories of branding. It's very important, because the way you present your brand, the way you create stories behind it, is the way people start perceiving you. That is how they actually perceive you, right? So stories for brands are very important, because it creates a memorable moments for your brand, and it is very effective in the long run, right? And it actually creates that valuable customers, or rather I should say the customers which will stay. Actually, this is it. And Hamza, I'll just tell a little bit about myself. If you like the content, please don't forget to share it, and please don't forget to share it with someone who is actually owning a business and who might get benefit from it, right? And if you want a one-on-one conversation with me, if you want us to create real pitches for you, or help you in branding, or help you in moving forward with your social media campaigns online, just fill the form below. We have a Google form below, and you can fill it, and I'll directly talk with you, right? So basically, I talk with business owners all around the world, and we create engaging content from that. You can check our other videos, and we are doing it as an initiative where we actually try to connect all businesses together, and we try to feel, okay, how is this ecosystem moving forward, how is this ecosystem of entrepreneurship moving forward, and how we can engage with our customers more and more as this landscape is changing. So that's it. Thank you all, and thank you for watching. See you.